What is going on, guys? My name is cosmovsgoku, and this is...
impolitebi.
And we are back with episode 4 episode commentary for Digimon Adventure Full Arc Abridged. Now, you might notice there's someone different here. It's not TwstdFlaemes. That's because it's impolitebi.
This is Digimon!
Who, as always, is joining me for our creator commentary for Digimon Adventure Full Arc Abridged. This is the final battles abridged. This is the battle with the Dark Masters. This is the battle with Apocalypse, and this is the battle with everyone going home and crying.
Crying?
Yeah. So, any thoughts before we jump in?
As always, I'm ready to hop in whenever you are. I'm looking forward to... I mean, I remember this episode being kind of a pain. a pain to deal with, but...
I think this episode was just a pain, just mainly because structurally it was hard to get right.
Yes.
Because we did have 7, this many, main villains in the episode. The 4 Dark Masters, Apocalypse, Metaletamon, and Lady Devimon.
And Lady Devimon's not really that big of a villain, to be honest.
But we'll speak more to Lady Devimon when we get to her, because there were some changes there.
Yes.
So, I guess I'll get this going. It's called The Final Battles Abridged, because frankly, I couldn't think of a better title.
Following is a non-profit
That is
parody. Digimon Digital
Mimi
is owned by Akiyoshi Hongo.
First I thought it was Izzy.
Toei Animation.
Well, they are both played by ShyGhost.
Asahi,
Brilliantly, may I add.
Yes.
Brands, Disney, Funimation, and 11 Arts. Please support the official release.
The DigiDestined are returning as we speak.
And bringing in straight on Piedmon.
Will lead the mission to their ultimate downfall. Metal Seedramon, Puppetmon, Machine Dramon. This will be the ultimate victory of the Dark Masters. Okay, who forgot to pay the power bill?
Sorry. So, as we've highlighted before, all 4 Dark Masters are played incredibly so by the one, the only TwstdFlaemes. This kind of came off the back of a joking idea he had of, what if I just play all 4 Dark Masters? After he played all members of the Sound 4 back in Naruto, plus Kibimaru. So this kind of evolved into this.
Did we make it back? At you.
Judging by my allergies, I'm gonna say yes.
Character continuity.
There's something over here in the bushes.
Hey, you in the bushes.
It's just you. How are you, sweetie?
Sweetie? You know this, Mon?
What are you doing, Joe?
Oh, you know me, just hanging around.
Yes, I do. You know how I told everyone except you and Sora about the piece of poo I made out with? Well, Chumon was Sukumon's best friend.
When ShyGhost was cast as Chumon, I showed her a picture and she's like, he's so ugly, I love him! It was like that scene in Ant-Man.
Yeah.
And I'm going to put a mock-up of that right now. It was basically that.
Yeah.
Um,
I think he is. He's so ugly.
he's so ugly, I love him. And yeah, that voice I believe was quite harsh on ShyGhost's throat, but she does it so well, and he's such a critter.
Yeah, that's a critter.
That's a critter.
Where is Sukumon?
I love that transition to color.
It's so hard to understand that character. I'm like, I get it for the first, sentence, and then the rest of it is just noise, and it's like, that's not great. I wish I could understand you, little dude.
Yeah, the voice is, but it's also, it aligns with classical critter characters.
No, I agree. It's just like, my subtitles. I can't hear without my subtitles.
Is nearly as high as I am.
Wait, you can understand Chumon?
Actually, that's speaking directly to your point. No one else can understand Chumon except for Mimi.
Duh.
Please, DigiDestined, you're the only ones who can save us all!
No,
We don't even know you. I don't even know why we came back.
Thank you. I am so sick of anime and manga having this trope of let's do this thing just because it's the right thing to do. Well, let's help this person because it's the right thing to do. Tai is actually really real here. Like, help us. Why? Let's go back. Why?
Well, the thing is that protagonists are the best of people generally, so please help us. Sure, why not? Let's go back here because it's turned up suddenly. Sure. Whereas with Tai right here, this is an actual child reaction. Why should I?
Yeah.
I don't know you.
Yeah. Sums it up.
Izzy just said, everyone hold out your digivices and repeat after me. Which we all did without question because we lack autonomy and free thoughts as characters. Please? Well, okay, but only because you said please.
There we go.
That is also a child.
River of Power.
Sound of River of Power. Do you remember what it is?
It's someone blowing their nose.
It is the sound of someone blowing their nose because it's coming out of Metal Seedramon's nose.
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 Schnoz.
Stonch. I think in this scene we have the biggest direct commentary in the project about how long Digivolutions take. Because everyone Digivolves here. That transition was clean though.
Oh yes.
Mentomon Digivolve 2.
So notice how Archamon's the one that's different. A couple of reasons. One, I believe at this point, Patamon hadn't yet digivolved to Archamon in the reboot when it was airing when we made this. But with that said, I also felt that because Patamon had digivolved to Archamon using this sequence back when he was fighting Devimon, it just worked better to keep that consistent and remain with that consistency.
Yeah. Save the change, or if any, for a big moment, whereas this is not
A big moment.
a big moment. This is Metal Secret.
Yes.
Salamon, Digivolve 2!
Not a big fan of this Digivolution sequence, but that's okay.
But we had to use Tribe because the one for Salamon's and Gardamon in 02, well here, and in the single one in 02, is so short, it didn't meet our needs.
Yeah, it's just... Look how they massacred my child.
Yeah, poor Gardamon.
Gomamon Digivolve 2. Agumon Digivolve 2.
Why did we spend nearly 2 minutes digivolving just to get our asses kicked?
We don't even see them get their asses kicked, they just fall.
Yeah, that's, it is about 2 minutes. That was recorded after that sequence was put together, so to make sure that we could accurately reflect the time.
We are currently nearly 4 minutes into the episode, and almost half of it has been Digivolutions.
Yep.
Ugh.
Welcome to Digimon.
Doesn't matter. Had sex.
You have not!
Are you okay?
I think so. No, Patamon, are you okay?
Have we ever spoken to the sound effect of someone de-digivolving?
I don't think so.
So the sound of a Digimon de-digivolving is the sound of a Time Lord regenerating.
Ah.
Specifically from the episode The Timeless Children, which we do have jokes about later. I'm going to say in 02 or in Shippuden, one of the two.
Another one of the Dark Bastards. You all better Digivolve again.
And I love how we fake out showing everyone's sequences again.
All of this digivolving is just pointless padding by Toei at this point.
I mean, a Toei production pointlessly padding out runtimes? Are you really surprised after dragging on Ball Z?
I'd argue that One Piece is worse than
Dragging
Stay.
on balls.
I'm beginning to think that coming here was a mistake.
That was a Karo line.
This is hilarious. You're supposed to be friends, but you're fighting. Puppet pummel.
They weren't even fighting.
They were in disagreement.
We're back at the Coliseum. Ty, how do we play soccer again?
It's simple. You do it by kicking him in the balls.
And this music is from It.
Oh, God! Go!
And that goal was taken from the Edamon episode.
Oh, little mouse. You flatter me so. Your prize is killing your little pink friend there. Lose the election, sword!
Not Shumon.
You're absolutely right, though.
So this episode was produced in 2021, and the attack name change was very deliberate. And I don't think TwstdFlaemes expected me to actually edit it.
My name is Piedmon. This is Metal Seedramon.
Howdy.
This is Machine Dramon. Pronounced Machine Dramon. He's very sensitive about that. And
So, let me explain Machine Draymon. Do you know what this is a reference to?
It was one of the games, wasn't it?
So in Digimon World Next Order, Machine Dramon's name is mispronounced as Machine Draymon, and it always bothered me. So this was a chance for us to draw attention to that obscure piece of trivia.
Let's dig up a game that no one really plays and reference a Digimon that no one really cares and make a joke out of it.
Exactly.
well, you've met Puppetmon. And I'm his friend Jesus.
That was not in the script. That was.
Come on, DigiDestined. Come with me to my cabin, and we'll get you ready to start.
How will we do that?
Once we get back to my cabin.
My cabin!
To Digivolve
I'm pretty sure TwstdFlaemes recorded this and the other episode at the same time.
What about Mega then?
Agumon and Gabumon can already do that!
Oh, how about DNA Digivolution?
You mean like
This is called
fusion?
foreshadowing.
That just sounds stupid. What a lazy way to get stronger.
In that case, you're on your own. Farewell, Digidestined. My cabin. Ah!
And we never saw him again. Where are we?
Hey, do those phone booths look familiar to you?
Sorta. Hey, is this where we first fought Shellmon? That was ages ago. And wasn't that on File Island? Or as they say in La France.
Belay Island. That was an improv.
And
And it's
something-
stuck. It is stuck
something
as a
that
character trait.
Yeah, something that carries over.
Into 02, when NPC improvised Filet Island, he didn't know, and I'd completely forgotten that in 02, Ty goes to France. So it ends up being this really, really accidental setup to him and TK going to France in 02 as part of the Digimon World Tour.
Impressive.
What's your take?
Don't quit your day job.
Hey, that's me!
Howdy, neighbor. What brings you to my neck of the watery woods?
It's Waru Seedramon.
That was a missed lip flap in there.
Seedramon. Just how high are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
That is not the scripted line at all. I think Mimi's originally scripted line there was yes. How high are you? Yes.
July. For that show of disrespect, I'm eating you first.
I wish I knew what the hell he... High Tide in July was an improv by TwstdFlaemes, and I wish I knew what the fuck he was talking about.
Whoa, you mean we can just skip straight to Ultimate and save heaps of time? Joe, this is for you.
Yo, mama!
Warp Digivolve.
2!
See, I love that.
That transition was amazing.
Well, ain't this...
And it was nice to be able to start skipping Champion and go straight to Ultimate. Save, like everyone said, saves so much time for us as well.
Just made it.
And like Matt said, we just made it up. And it seriously just became a time-saving thing. And eventually we get to a point where, and I can't remember if we start doing it in this episode or if we start doing it in Zero 2, but if characters have already digivolved earlier in the episode and they show up in a higher form again later, we don't typically show that digivolution sequence again.
Yeah.
Unless it's needed for dramatic effect.
Yeah.
It up, like last episode. Deal with it.
I'll distract him. You guys escape on Zudamon's back. Come on, Mega Seedramon. Follow the bait. The sweet, sweet, not safe for work bait.
Well, slap my thigh and call me Sally. Tail whip.
You don't have legs.
Enough the tail whip does physical damage here.
I mean, if you were whipped by a tail, I think you would also be like, ow, that freaking hurt.
Yeah. You can hear the regeneration sound now, can't you?
Yeah.
Perfective. Now it's time for the turtle. Back to the river of power. Any last words, DigiDestined? I'm allergic to seawater. Don't suppose you could give us a lift? Oh, sure. Just jump on my back and I wasn't talking to you.
And Waymon is back!
Waymon.
Sorry I'm late. I got caught in the after-school rush.
Haha, I get it. It's a fish joke. I'ma kill you first.
Next stop, the other side of the world, which is still walking distance to Spiral Mountain.
Hey, Kari, can I tell you a secret? Hail Hydra.
It's like, wow, Izzy.
So, I think Izzy's joking here. I don't think there's any concerning connections we need to be worried about. But we saw that vision of Izzy leading and whispering to Kari, and Kari then beaming. I'm just like, Hail Hydra, it just works so well here.
Yeah.
You have now reached your destination.
Thanks, Waymon.
Oh,
Uber whale.
thank you this time. How very progressive of you.
So that's a throwback to last time Waymon appeared at the start of episode 2. Waymon was going to have these lines about feeling like it wasn't appreciated that he had helped. That was a reference to the fact that they didn't say thank you last time, he just left. In context, like without that previous context, it doesn't make much sense. But here it's more drawing attention to it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Sora's rubbed off on me.
I have not.
Personality-wise, I mean. Jeez. Get your mind out of the gutter, Sora.
Yes, Sora.
That's the part where I can swim too. I can fly. Can you fly? Well, actually, I can. Then catch this.
I love that.
Digiball.
Then catch this!
Yeah, the editing on this Digivolution's great.
Thank you.
Destroyer, whatever shall I do? River of power.
The Ninja Bridge is, when this was being put together, we realized it looks like the Great Naruto Bridge, or the Great Sakura Bridge for JMA fans. I did toy with the idea of having Team 7 cameo there, or Tarzan cameo there on the bridge, fighting Haku and Zabuza, but needed to keep going.
That was simple enough.
That's gross.
What are
Yep.
you doing, Meme?
I'm making memorials for our fallen friends. That's for Wizardmon. That's for Mr. Stark. That's for Jiraiya. And that's for Alexander and Nina. It's one grave because they're one body.
I think I almost preferred it when you were drugged up.
FMA music.
Sober.
No, don't worry. I'm not sober. I'm just in an emotional low.
Tell me I'm pretty!
Let's head into the forest. Start making our
I love giving characters like Mimi an extra little wrinkle.
him next.
And Matt being very like, wanna kill.
Puppet thing.
Great idea, Matt. And then maybe you can beat him all by yourself.
Good thinking, TK.
You know what? Come on, Gobblemon.
And that was originally going to be
Time.
more adverse in front of them. Jealousy towards TK and Ty and then bonding. And it ended up just being more focused into this scene just here. And I think it works well. And Bane, who plays Matt, carries the scene really, really well. Because it's really the first time he's portrayed as alone for us.
Yeah.
Just him and Gobblemon. So getting to see what Matt's like when he doesn't have Ty and TK or Sora around.
When he gets to be a bit of a lone wolf.
I'm playing.
Praising. What does he know about siblings anyway?
He has a younger sister, Matt. You know Kari? That's his sister.
Yeah? No shit. Doesn't mean he knows what it means to be a brother.
They appear to be split.
That line is very...
Because it's true. You can have a sibling and have no idea.
It's very much a commentary on people who develop relationships that they shouldn't have. Whether that's parasocial or sibling or parenting or anything like that. It's just because you are someone to someone else doesn't mean you know how to be someone to someone else. And I think it's really deep that it comes from someone like Matt, who's Cress's friendship, but also has such strong family, such a strong desire for his family to be like that. And then he marries Sora and fucks off to the moon.
I thought it was Mars.
Oh, he does go to Mars. That's right. You're right. Thank you. It's been a while since I watched the epilogue.
You call yourself a Digimon fan.
I call myself a lot of things.
I call you pretty.
Entering as a group.
This is great.
I love the two-hand dynamic between Puppetmon and Cherrymon.
Get back to the other chosen children. I'll take care of, lacquering up this
Wood puns.
Why are you bossing me around? I'm the Dark Master.
Valid question. I always wondered why Cherrymon was telling Puppetmon what to do.
fellow kids.
The way I took it is, whilst the tree is not as highly digivolved or isn't the Dark Master, he's older.
Maybe.
So digivolution doesn't necessarily mean age, it just means size and strength in this case.
Particularly in the case of Digimon, size doesn't matter. War Greymon is tiny compared to Metal Seedramon, and he plowed right through. Another idea we had for Cherrymon originally is that Cherrymon would only say, "I am Groot," and he would be subtitled with lines and lines style, and then when he switches up and he becomes this very Santa Clausy Father Christmas, St. Nicholas, however you want to refer to him as, Nick Frost in Doctor Who, however you want to refer to him as here, he was going to be speaking as we hear him, and he was going to be subtitled, "I am Groot," for every line, which is why Matt's about to call him Groot.
Can't you see I'm in the middle of an emotional subplot?
Or it just called him Groot.
Now, dearie, don't be like that.
And I love the change that TwstdFlaemes did. He's so fucking talented.
Claw is all about your troubles, and we will try and get you a good present for Christmas. I am a Christmas tree.
Well, it's about a guy.
A guy?
Yeah.
A guy.
That's a two-handed joke. Because NPC, of course, plays Tai Kamiya for us in Digimon, but he also plays Might Dogai in Naruto and Naruto Shippuden. So it's a multi-layered joke, and it's so dumb, and I love it.
We've been traveling together for a while, and it gets on my nerves.
Matt's just having an existential crisis about a boy.
And he's good at soccer, and me, I just play the harmonica.
Matt's like, I don't know if I want him or if I want to kill him.
You have to kill him.
That's it.
That switch right there is so good.
By a lake. Are you sure any of this is even really happening? The only
And yeah,
way
You Say Run is our theme for Mega Digivolution.
You know what? Good point.
Because it works so well. You Say Run goes with everything.
We're gonna kill time.
Oh, come on. You missed the joke I pitched.
Yeah, I'll go back to it. I'll go back to it now so I don't forget. Well, we didn't speak to it properly last episode. But the reason we went with You Say Run for the Warp Digivolutions is because I was challenging the idea that You Say Run goes with everything. And then it went perfect, and I was so mad about it.
Well, You Say Run is, it goes with everything.
Yeah. This humble pie is delicious.
Waves on a skateboard.
You know what? Good point. With the power of friendship. And this gun I just found.
I'm gonna kill him with the power of friendship and this gun I found.
Case in point, Metal Garurumon.
How did it go?
All according to K-Cup.
So many people miss this. This is a very, very old internet reference. Was it a Death Note fan dub?
Yeah.
Fan sub, rather?
Yeah.
It's not uncommon for TwstdFlaemes to say to me, all according to Cake. Because Keikaku.
Exactly.
Then your usefulness has expired. Puppet.
You can hear Puppamon moving with the sounds of wood as well.
Now return and see the havoc Cherrymon has caused on my behalf.
And we do some, like, because he's made of nothing but wood, he moves with a lot of wood sounds. We do the same with Metal Adamon later in the episode. He moves with a lot of metallic sounds.
Metal Garurumon? You're supposed to be fighting War Greymon.
I wish he'd said Kokaida's breath there instead. But
Metal Garurumon?
here's what it is.
What are you both doing here?
No.
What if we just say please?
That's reasonable.
That's reasonable.
It's like, we're gonna do everything because someone said please.
Look, it's fair and reasonable, and this is what I was talking about. We don't need to show Metal War Greymon's Warp Digivolution again because we already saw it earlier in the episode and we know where this is going. But you can hear what Metal Garurumon is doing to my throat.
Yes.
I hate doing it. I'll never do Metal Garurumon's voice live if I can avoid it. I don't like how slow this fight is for us.
Wanna take bets?
That looks so off-model.
All of this was added in post.
Cut away before we can see the moment of impact.
Damn 90 censorship. We can show my literal Zoid trying to kill your Beastars region. You can't show me a good honest fisting.
What's this about a fisting?
Man, I love Mimi.
What is that a reference to? The Simpsons. Smithers. What's this?
What's this about a fisting?
Oh. Mimi is my favorite character in Digimon that we have.
M-I-L-M. Man, I love Mimi.
Yeah. Put him on a shirt.
This is the voice of God.
So I forgot we did this. So this first line or so of Homeostasis is played by ShyGhost, who played Homeostasis in episode 1 for Maki Himekawa. And then once Homeostasis embodies Kari's body, you take over doing Homeostasis' voice in the exact same way that ShyGhost did Homeostasis' voice. We are creative geniuses!
It was a lot of fun to play the voice of God.
Yeah, I know, because you put the fear of God in me.
Give me your body.
He said your body, not your crest.
God, that's enough.
What did you say?
Everyone?
So this is what death feels like.
Joe's line there was improv.
This is the factory where your Digimon were programmed, your Digivices created, and your tags and crests associated. I'm supposed to tell you about the previous generation of DigiDestined, including Maki Himekawa and Daigo Nishijima, but the effort of that...
There's the linking connection back to episode 1.
...processes to handle right now.
Hey, isn't
Half
it
the
this
circle.
guard pedestal from Iotismon's castle on top of very scary mountain?
Then doesn't that make this the...
Don't worry, guys. I got this.
I love the callback humor of that.
Everything changed when Piedmon attacked.
Why are you showing us this exactly?
It's important to understand why you were brought together. See, there's a younger Jedi now. And holy shit, he is...
Hello there.
Hello there.
And looks like Ewan McGregor. You know,
Come on. Tell me that isn't a reference to Ewan McGregor in The Phantom Menace.
Possibly? What year did this episode happen?
he took the tags, crests, digi-eggs,
I was from-
Digivices from Piedmon's hold and traveled to File...
This episode?
Yeah.
Early 2000 it would have aired. Because it's the series started airing. This is, what, around episode... Oh, actually, it might be very late 99. The series started airing in March 99. Look, it's completely conceivable that it was a direct intentional reference. I doubt it was an accident. That kind of visual similarity doesn't happen by accident.
Keeping when...
I hated sound mix in this scene.
So that's why I was so lonesome, growing up to be abused by my Iotismon for years. Oh, look at you! You're Paramon! You have a...
Theomon is such a bitch.
It's like, Theomon? Made to hatch out of the wrong side of the egg. Come on.
And this is the callback to episode 1!
The other half of the cycle.
And all we did was just take that from episode 1 and put it back here.
Where'd our Tamagotchis go?
I don't know, Koromon.
I'm sure it's nothing. They'll come back down eventually. Nothing life-changing about it, I'm sure.
Falling scream.
Well, that was weird.
I'm glad we're all finally together again. Now, I think it only makes sense for us to split up. Because it's who you are as a person, and I'm still pissed off at you. Joe and Mean can go on an unrelated subplot.
I just love how Matt just...
And the rest of us will head off to find Machine Draymon. Deal? Deal.
Hey, wait a minute.
Because he dropped a meteor! It was a meteor!
Oh, God.
That is the first and currently only time that Bane has played Prime Martyra.
Wow.
Yeah. Because he's played Old Man Martyra, and he's played Masked Man Martyra, but he hasn't played Prime Martyra yet. Now we're back with Edamon. Well, Metal Edamon.
The Edamon comeback tour will now begin.
So the original idea I had for Metal Edamon is rather than speaking with with Edamon's original voice, which is fine because that's exactly what the dub did, was that he'd do a lot more metal screams. And have that angle. And it's fine that that didn't happen, but you'll hear whenever Metal Edamon moves, it's a metallic sound. And when he claps later, it's metal. Because he's Metal Edamon. What?
You're so happy.
What?
Oh no! Someone's hurt!
Hey, isn't that...
What are you doing in my swamp?
Well, what do you know? It's Ogremon.
And that's the sound from Ogamon's Fortress.
It's okay, Ogamon. We're friendly.
We're friendly.
So ShyGhost meant it sincerely, no pun intended with...
I'm sincere!
no pun intended with Mimi, but it came through no fault of her own. It ended up coming across as quite a creepy line read. And I think it works really well with Ogamon's initial distrust here. But can we take a moment to talk about Gomamon?
What the f...
Look at Gomamon! Gomamon has gotten into Mimi's stash.
Clearly.
Also, where's Joe looking?
Mimi's butt.
You ruined me bed, you disturbed me sleep. Oh, and now my arm's broken. Gee, thanks.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some business to take care of. I hope this is 3-ply.
Bringing it full circle from episode 1!
Thank you very much. Please hold your applause.
I'm allergic to Elvis impersonators.
What was that?
I'm allergic to Harambe.
Alright, everyone get your dicks out.
Okay.
So the DigiDestined is still alive, are they? Well now, it's time I told you my story. Thank you very much. I was dying after my battle with Metal Greymon, but I reformed myself.
I never noticed that there were Edamon behind him.
Yeah, I only noticed when we were editing the episode. And I'm glad we get to give Edamon a Digivolution as well.
Edamon, Digimon, to Metal Edamon!
So you can kind of hear it a little bit there, the more metal genre.
He realizes the DigiDestined have disappeared. Hey, where'd they go?
I don't know why that was written as a first person? Third person analysis of what was going on. But it's kind of weird that we only did it for that one line and for no other lines.
It was a stylistic choice that didn't carry over, I guess.
Oh, don't get me started. When we get to Leomon, I think I want to throw my phone off the roof.
This is new.
I wouldn't get used to it if I were you.
Okay, so...
Don't even get you started. Here's Leomon.
So Saber Leomon's foot comes down and it's is really quiet. And the reason for that is because in the original sound mix before the final mix, not Kingdom Hearts, but the final mix, anyway.
The final mix?
Yeah, that's what I was doing. that footstep was coming across as very loud. So I went back and I reduced it again, and it ended up coming out really quiet. And I only realized after the episode had gone live, and at that point the final mix was unable to be changed. And it's like, we fucked up.
You fucked up. We is a vast overestimation. Don't blame others for your own faults.
Wait a second. I know that voice.
It's a Solgaleo!
Come with me if you want to live.
I travel across the land.
So this was an improv.
Far and wide.
And we're here.
All this dust is triggering my allergies.
Huh. Now you know how it feels.
Gekomon? Otamamon?
So Gekomon and Otamamon were the last characters recorded for this episode, and Shogun Gekomon. And that's because we decided a long time ago that RisingAvenged would play all the frogs, like all the toads off the back of playing Gamabunzo, Gamakichi, Gamatuts. And I thought, wouldn't it be really funny if you also played them in Digimon? So
frogs.
that's why he's playing Gekomon and Otamamon here, and briefly Shogun Gekomon in a minute.
What are you doing here?
We asked them what they were doing, and all they had to say was...
Let it go.
I really don't think RisingAvenged gets enough credit for the work he does. So stupidly talented.
Let me explain.
Leomon!
You seem surprised to see me.
It's been a crazy day. We rode here on a big yellow kitty's back, and he smelled real bad. And Edamon's back, but he's silver now. It's like the golden age of rock and roll, but less good.
Oh, now, wherever you are. Oh.
Wait.
So yeah, Leomon has observation haki. There's a musical sting there. It's from a song from Stream Beats called Kill It Anyway. And it starts playing when Metal Edamon drops down. I want to provide a little bit of context around it. When Chris Dowling who of course plays Metal Edamon, used to stream, he used to have this thing, a redeem as part of his streams called Jelly Bomber. This could be activated any time by any member of the stream. And basically he'd have to stop what he was doing. He'd get out of his chair and he'd dance and shake his butt to the camera, and it was a huge highlight of a big part of the streams, and a lot of people were like, oh, okay, like how can we get him at a really bad time to do that? And it was quite entertaining. And so when Metal Edamon drops down with his perfectly sculpted ass right in front of the camera, I'm like, there's only one musical
sting we can put there,
and that is Kill It Anyway as a tribute to when he used to stream. And it was around this time, I think it was just before this episode went live, he actually stopped doing that particular redeem. So it's a nice little throwback to that redeem, but to the enjoyment that redeem brought his viewers, as well as a tribute to his days as an active streamer.
What's that voice?
Leomon! What did you evolve to?
Save Leomon!
Hey, where did Leomon go?
You keep lining them up. I'll keep knocking them down. I'll stop the cowgirl there.
In front of my face.
Metal Edamon has buns of steel. And what is with his perfectly sculpted ass?
Case in point.
and that's once again Mimi being weird about villains.
Yeah.
Gomamon, let's do our thing. Yeah!
You can't possibly hope to defeat me. I'm made of chrome Digizoid, the strongest metal in the universe.
I see. Well then, catch this. Thor's hammer!
Oh.
I think that was the first attack that Bane had to record for us, aside from Marching Fishes.
I think so too.
Even in terms of Naruto, I think it was. And the quiver in Metal Edamon's voice with a ta-ta, that wasn't digitally altered, that was all in mic. I know we get to my biggest regret with this episode.
Silly, you missed the whole fight.
Fucking one ply.
That was a waste of perfectly good toilet paper.
My, I do not know how to tell you this, but I was the Solgaleo the whole time.
I love how even Ogremon was surprised there.
I always hated you the most.
That's an RVB reference.
I'm allergic to tears.
So we ended up playing this scene straight, but annoyingly, back during episode 1, we set it up for him to die with Mario sound effects.
Oh, dang.
and he doesn't do it. And I kick myself every time I watch this scene because I know it's a massive, major missed opportunity. And I only realized ages after the episode went live. I think it might have been even that first JMA watch party we did, which we really do need to host another. When we were going through the episode, I was like, oh, we fucked up.
Like, I forgot about that.
Yeah, back then we used to do a lot fewer content passes to make sure, episode was good and ready and happy to be final mixed and uploaded for release. But now we do a lot more passes now, which you can personally attest to.
Yes.
And of course the fucking one play is a throwback to episode 1 when Liromon is out to try and find toilet paper. That one visit a week to the shops he was allowed to do.
Back during lockdown.
2020, what a time.
Now that Leomon's dead, we're an honorary Digimon anime. Take that, 2020 reboot.
This
Take
has been
that.
a roller coaster of a day.
Ooh.
I wonder how the others are going.
Oh, Mimi, you're masking.
Oh, Mimi, you're dissociating.
So Talon and Billy, that is a reference to Inspector Gadget.
I'll get you next time, Gadget.
With Machine Dramon's voice obviously being very heavily influenced by the Mandela effect of how I remembered the dub voice sounding. It's not actually that in the dub, it's just how I always remembered it to be. But very much, of course, based on Dr. Claw as well. His poor vocal cords.
City with an Andromon who is trying to start a coup.
I see. And how goes this coup?
Ah, see, not very well, sir.
Then it's going too well.
I love that.
DigiDestined, we meet again.
Machine Draymon!
That is not my name.
This revolution is not going so well. Come with me if you want to live.
So why do we cast TwstdFlaemes as Andromon? Reason being, aside from him, he's a very talented voice actor, is because Andromon's attack is Lightning Blade.
Oh.
And of course, TwstdFlaemes plays Kakashi Hatake for us, whose attack is also called, officially, Lightning Blade. So it had to be done. And Andromon's role actually got expanded out a lot in this. It wasn't originally such a... I think he only had like 2 lines in the script from memory, 1 or 2 lines, which was, I think, this line and then Lightning Blade later. And we cut the Lightning Blade later and we gave him a few other different lines.
Your destruction should please not only my fellow Dark Masters, but also Analog Man.
You can hear how much he's struggling to get the lines through.
That sounds like it hurts.
Yeah, that was... I used to be able to do voices like this. I can't do it anymore.
Not ever since you took an arrow to the knee.
What?
Ever since you damaged your throat.
What does that have to do with taking an arrow to the knee?
I didn't want to give away the story.
Yeah, okay, we'll talk about that when we're doing the FMA commentaries.
That's why I said I didn't want to give away the story.
Don't know what you said, but it's time to end this. Tentamon!
Oh, hang on, sorry. Yeah. Got distracted. So Machine Dramon there mentions Analog Man, and TwstdFlaemes had no idea what the fuck I was talking about when I wrote that in the script. And I explained it, but basically Analog Man is a really obscure Digimon World reference. He's the main villain in the video game Digimon World. And his partner Digimon is a Machine Dramon. So it's really, really obscure, but I love that game. We spoke about it in the episode 1 commentary. This is a channel that loves and respects Digimon World, and it was just so nice to be able to make reference to that game because it has afforded us so many Easter eggs throughout while the series has been in production. So
is that on the wall over there? It looks like someone's drawn like the crest of courage or something.
My fellow Dark Masters, but
or just the sun.
I don't know what you said, but it's time to end this.
Right there.
It's just the sun.
It's just the sun.
Just the sun.
Just the sun.
I feel like that wall is barren and it needs some kind of poster on it.
I feel like Agumon shouldn't have his arm in front of Izzy in that shot. It looks like it's like he was on the wrong layer.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, this was made in the 90s, so yeah, possibly. So you'll hear, we're not using Braveheart here. We're using the dub, which is an immediate, oh, something's wrong, something's different. This isn't going to, like, what's wrong, what's going to happen? And it's a very deliberate stylistic choice.
Never mind. This is the opposite of prodigious.
Well, if we don't have Kabuterimon, at least we still have Greymon. Let's go!
Agumon, Digivolve too! Greymon! Yeah, Greymon! I'm big, I'm bad, I'm Greymon!
Really, Agumon? Really?
Sorry, Ty. Couldn't resist.
Fuck you, Agumon.
System on the cot warp Digimon!
Yeah, just giving that to Tentamon. I realize now how much it sounds like Matt, though, in that line. That particular line, the fuck you, Agumon. I had to come back and re-record this, though. Originally, I don't know, like, something was off with it, but both you and TwstdFlaemes were like, try again.
Yeah, back in the booth you go. Get in the booth and don't come out until you do it right.
Think about what you did.
Fix what you broke.
This is proving to be a lot easier than I expected. Come on, Karumon.
Which is true, like, defeating the Dark Masters was so easy.
And we're here.
Andromon, what are you doing?
Nothing.
So, the scene came from TwstdFlaemes, because there's the line of, what are you doing? Nothing. That was in there, and then... Yeah, that must have been a scripted line too. And then this line here was added, and it was TwstdFlaemes' pitch to use the intro jingle or whatever from Pornhub. Yeah, that was a very, very uncomfortable YouTube search.
I bet.
What might have been really funny is to put something over his eyes and put some kind of, I don't know, hentai or something there that he's watching. And look, I'm just thinking of
just you know, a pair of anime titties.
Tsunade's rack. And that's all it is, just Tsunade's.
Her Tsunades.
As Dry put it, her assets.
Sir, please, let me fight. I'm itching to have some fun.
Here's Lady Devimon. So originally, Lady Devimon is played by ShyGhost, but originally you were cast as Lady Devimon.
Yes, I was. And I was the one who came up with the idea for her characterization and all that, and then we realized, oh, wait, Lady Devimon has to fight Anja Woman. That's gonna sound too similar.
Yeah, the problem was your Lady Devimon ended up sounding indistinguishable from Kari.
Which is a shame.
Yeah. So we had to make, like, a really... And, like, there are some times where we can kind of fudge it a little bit, like, it sounds different enough where we can suspend our... No, it was basically Kari.
With an accent.
Yeah, so that was tough, but thankfully ShyGhost rose to the occasion and gives a great performance as Lady Devimon. But yeah, this whole characterization came from you, and I think it's important to recognize that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hello, DigiDestined.
Hi, how you doing?
If you wish to challenge my must get to me first.
What are you, his Harlequin handmaiden?
I do anything and everything that Mr. P requires, including, occasionally, taking out the trash.
Fine by me.
No, Tai Chi. This is our battle. Gentlemen, let's do this.
Well ahead of you.
Who gave the idea for bitch?
I think it was me.
Because that wasn't scripted.
I think that was me.
Yeah. It's really good. And then, Lady Devimon.
Well ahead of you. Just immediately cutting from being Garamon straight to Anja Woman. Just like, I don't have time for Digivolution sequences. I'm fighting now.
Yeah. I'm gonna slap a bitch.
I came here to slap bitches and get fed, and I'm all out of food.
I think I think that's a great example of skipping Digivolutions having working absolutely in our favor, because it absolutely works.
Darkness Sphere!
I have to help her. Tentamon, warp Digivolve.
I feel like Tentamon's already Digivolved in this episode a couple of times, so probably wouldn't have done that now. Just have Mega Kabuterimon fly in. And that Heaven's Charm is taken from the previous episode. Because you refuse to do it again.
Because here comes Matt and the others. I've had my fun, because here come Matt and the others.
Yep.
I love how it's Matt and the others.
Yeah. You still with the wolves? Nah.
Nah. We'll try something else out. Creative differences or whatever.
Huh?
I much prefer Waggerumon.
Superhero landing. Bravo.
Yeah, it's really bad on your knees.
Yes, it is.
On for me. Before we begin, does anyone else want to make an appearance?
Well, since you asked, there's something me and Patamon have been working on.
Oh? Do tell.
Patamon Warp Digimon 2!
That wasn't quite Patamon's voice.
Patamon Warp Digimon 2! Whereas that was like, Patamon Warp Digimon 2!
Yeah, my voice was definitely tired on that day, because I just did it perfectly.
And I was imitating that.
And that was wrong. Patamon! Yeah, my voice must have been fucked.
You must have been real tired and desperate to get this episode done.
Yeah.
Oh, look. Another man with wings. Whatever shall I do? Oh, I know. Vilemon, go get them.
Gahuk? So originally, TwstdFlaemes was going to play the Vilemon there. And I used the Gahuk from Banjo as a reference point there, so with the timing and everything like that. And it ended up just working, with no disrespect to TwstdFlaemes, it ended up working out better to just use the Gahuk from Banjo as a soundbite there. So yeah, no disrespect to TwstdFlaemes. I think at this point he's used to me cutting his character.
Cutting his characters.
Miramon, Kitamaru, Tarsana from a later episode of Shippuden, which I don't think he realized earlier. And Vilemon, did I say Miramon already?
Yes.
Miramon and Miramon.
And Miramon and Miramon.
Like Ty! Like Ty!
Like Fry! Like Fry!
Gate of Destiny.
This attack is so broken.
It's like Sora's Final Smash.
Yeah.
Holy Angemon!
That is such a... Got to be a major... this is cream soda, by the way, not alcohol. Holy Angemon is what Magna Angemon's Japanese name is. Oh. So it's a little bit of a deep cut. So instead of saying, holy shit, holy Angemon.
This isn't how I envisioned my final battle with you. This is all wrong. No!
So this is all wrong. Is it meta commentary on the fact that they cut all of the Piedmon fight? Like, they don't all get turned into keychains. They don't hang from the roof with Angemon digivolving to save TK and Kari. Metagurumon and Wargreymon don't get absolutely fucked up by Piedmon to then just come in and win randomly against the Gate with the Gate of Destiny. It's we changed it around a lot, and it's again just for flow and just to get through to the next scene. We wanted to make sure that we just kept it punchy, kept the pace up, so we can continue to tell the story.
Yeah, because the episode's like basically half an hour.
Yeah, the episode's about 31 and a half minutes long.
Hi, our Digimon are number 1! Wait, when did they all Digimon?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Dear Digigods, please don't let me fall. I've got so much porn to watch.
We have an email from Jedi!
So the use of "we are" there, that is a reference to Resurrection F, Dragon Ball Z Resurrection F. And for those that don't know, in Japan, Krillin's Seiyu also voices Luffy. And in Resurrection F, Krillin's phone rings, and it is "we are" as his phone ringtone.
On defeating the Dark Masters, however, there is one more battle for you to face.
Oh man, old man! What else aren't you telling us?
I made an error with the 8th child's name, Light Yagami. So embarrassing. My apologies. Japanese is not my first language.
Well, what is?
Computer code, of course.
And of course, he speaks nerd.
Affirmative. Your last challenge awaits you.
Computer code
is Apocalypse.
as a programming language is speaking
We've
nerd.
been abducted by aliens. Again.
Aliens? No. The apocalypse. Yes.
So I really wanted to cast RisingAvenged as Apocalypse, because when we first cast in Digimon, went through and wanted to make sure we gave everyone a role wherever we could. And I knew that RisingAvenged played a lot of heroic characters and a lot of good characters in Naruto and in the rest of Digimon. But he hasn't played a villain for us in quite some time since he played the Fudokin Bradley back in the FM8 days. So I really wanted to bring him back to play a villain here. And I'm like, he's got such a really good vocal texture to play Apocalypse that I think he will really excel in that role. And yeah, he fucking killed it.
And Apocalypse is just so awful in the dub. It's like, why does everyone get the pizza and I get the crust? It's just like, oh my dude, I can't take you seriously.
Yeah, we credit where credit's true. Credit where credit's due for try. Made Apocalypse mean something a bit more.
Yes.
Even if it's clear as mud.
That's correct. I exist as a result of all negative data collected from all the Digimon who've died during Digievolution.
Digievolution was a misspeak from RisingAvenged here. I keep going to say his actual name. By RisingAvenged here, in terms of saying Digievolution instead of Digivolution. And then, so it was going to be taken out and re-recorded, and then, during my many rewatches of Try, it came to my attention in Try Dub, someone actually says, Digievolution. And I'm like, well, someone said it here as Digievolution. Meikumon is made up of, in some small capacity, to do with Pokemon's data. We can make this work. So it's foreshadowing? Kinda? It's an accident, but it's a workable accident.
I hate you.
Illy.
Because it is the end of the
Fucking Mimi.
Mimi and villains, once again.
Yep.
Speed things along. Reverse Digivolve.
Yeah, that.
Yep.
That's the shot with the, why does everyone get the pizza and I get the crust?
All about champion again. Except for Gatomon, of course.
Riddle me this then. What if we just try really...
Argumon's raising a really good point here.
Digimon have digivolved before without digivices or crests or anything. How else will we battle against anything stronger than a fresh Digimon?
I can't answer that. That's actually a really good question. How do other Digimon digivolve without human intervention? Except for Gatomon, of course. And now, I'll take your crest so that you'll be powerless to stop me. Oh yeah, I can also use all of the attacks of all your previous enemies. There's nothing you can do to stop me.
Even Enemon's attacks?
No, fuck that guy.
I really enjoy Adamon, but made no sense for him not to use Adamon's attacks when he can use everyone else's.
Well, this sucks.
We have no crests.
No way of stopping him.
No access to the internet. No means of getting high to ride out the pain.
No allergy medication.
And that's okay! Because what if our true power is just the friends we made along the way?
So originally here, what we were going to do is cut to footage from the PSP Digimon Adventure game that was never localized in the West, and have everyone digivolve to Mega, but in a Japanese way. So for example, Patamon Shinka! Oh, sorry. Patamon Warp Shinka! Seraphimon, as an example. And Tailmon, Piomon, rather than Biomon, so on and so forth. And then Seraphimon and Ophanimon would end up releasing the Golden Digi-Eggs, and then Davis and Wallace were randomly there with Vmon and Terriermon, and then they would Golden Armor Digivolve, and then it was like, oh well, that'll never happen, let's just imagine how this would do properly. And then they would then all Digivolve again to Mega for the first two and then Ultimate for the rest, and it just dragged.
It's like, this episode is already quite long.
Prepare to go down. You're now battling the new and improved DigiDestined.
Really? What's different?
We're angry now.
River of Power. Crimson Lightning.
So that's actually the first time TwstdFlaemes recorded Crimson Lightning, I think, because I realized that it's actually scripted in episode 3, but we cut the attack. But at the time that we did this, I'm like, oh, you've never recorded this, I'll get you to record it. Everyone else's was taken historically, like Touch of Evil was taken historically, Giga Cannon, River of Power. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, pretty sure we didn't have to do that anew, so sorry.
Not only are you cutting his characters, you're getting him to re-record stuff he didn't need to re-record.
Oh, yeah.
Myself up then. Now I roll a D20 10 for damage. And that is 1.
I know nothing about Dungeons and Dragons.
He's learning. He's trying. I promise.
I had to consult heavily on that line. Did we get it wrong?
It was good.
Okay, cool. Good.
Oh, I'm gonna roll this to see how it works. 1. Ah, shit.
So yeah, Apocalypse tries to do something cool and ends up fucking it up because he's a nerd! As Sora's about to say.
Well, that was easy. Too easy.
This is more of an anticlimax than finding out Naruto doesn't end up with Sasuke. Next time, tag your fucking spoilers, Izzy.
Also the only time TK swears as a kid.
Yep.
Greetings, heroes. Excelsior. Look beneath you.
Also Centaurumon! Hey!
Able to save both worlds. Oh, where are my manners? My name is Jedi 1 Kenobi. It's a pleasure to finally meet you face to face. Let us return to the Lake of Rage so that I can see you off.
What?
The island looks like a dinosaur.
Yes.
Go back. I'll show you.
See us off.
Together, you were able
See?
to...
Pause.
Yeah.
There's the eye. There's the mouth. It's a little Godzilla.
both worlds. Oh, where are my manners? My name is Jedi 1 Kenobi. It's a pleasure to finally meet you face to face. Let us return to the Lake of Rage so that I can see you off.
What do you mean, see us off?
Well, it is simple. The battle with Apocalypse synchronized time with the real world, and within the next 2 hours, the gate between our worlds will close. You will not be able to return home for another 3 years.
Another 3 years without changing clothes or getting a hit?
Well, that's how long the Akatsuki is going to take to be able to collect the other tails and feet. And how long
So this line is improvised.
take over another body.
Nope, I don't want that. Take me back to the real world.
This episode aired in between the end of season 1 of Naruto originally. So that's why that was in there as a reference to that. And yeah, it's amazing how the passage of time works. Because now we've long since re-released episode 1 of Naruto. This is releasing a couple months before the start of Shippuden.
Oh, please.
3 years? That's awfully specific of you. What do you know that we don't?
I am clairvoyant, bitch. Please board the
Another improv.
Be sure to leave your pink Stetson in the digital world. You will find your emergency exits are here.
And also the piano version of Butterfly playing.
Oxygen masks will drop from the ceiling. Please ensure you put them on yourselves before helping others. Thank you.
And then, the only time we use Hey Digimon so far. I say so far because I don't know if we'll use it again later. But for now, this is the only time. Chills? Yep.
Every time.
There we go, episode 4 of Digimon Adventure Full Arc Abridged, the final battles abridged. They said we couldn't do it. They said it was impossible to do the Dark Masters and Apocalypse in one hit. They said it was impossible to abridge 54 episodes into 4 episodes. Less than 2 hours. We did it.
This they you're talking about, you mean TwstdFlaemes, don't you?
No. I mean my self-doubt.
Oh. So they go by they them? I didn't realise.
I am welcoming to any and all people, no matter how they identify, and no matter who they are. No, so Digimon Adventure, and I'll talk more about this when we get to our wargame. The Digimon Adventure is such an important project for me, and the fact that we were able to do the first 54 episodes in 4 episodes in these 4 arcs is just so impressive and important to me, and I'm really, really glad that we're able to go on this journey. Man. So, I think I spoke all my thoughts throughout the episode. I'm really, really happy with how this episode came out. There was nothing in there that I would necessarily change, aside from that Saber Leomon footstep. Like, that bothers me so much, and I know I'm the only person in the world who would actually bother, because it wholesale doesn't actually matter, but
you can tell the difference.
And that's the part that bothers me. But aside from that, like, I was so happy with this episode. So much of Digimon Adventure Relive Abridged was produced under lockdown conditions because of the COVID-19 pandemic, so, and with such a big cast every single episode, producing an episode of Digimon is so much more involved and a lot more complicated than producing an episode of Naruto because of the large amount of characters a typical episode will have in its cast. So yeah, we did really, really well, and I'm really, really proud of everyone, and yeah, doing this has really, really, really been something I've been wanting to do for a long time, so I'm really glad we were able to.
Yeah, it's been really good.
So before I become a big bubbly mess, do you have any other thoughts?
No, I like the fact that we did the Leomon death straight rather than playing it as a joke. I thought, even though like we set it up for him to die with Mario sound effects, I'm sure we'll find another reason to kill off Leomon again, and we can use Mario sound effects then. But that particular one feels like it should be played straight. Because it's a whole crux of Mimi's character at that point. Like, someone dies in front of her, I'm sad about it. Which is Waymon.
We'll be back next time. We're going back in time.
We're going back in time.
Awesome. You picked up what I was putting down. I'm back in time to episode 0, which was a very interestingly written episode. It sets up a lot, and we'll see you guys next time for episode 0 of Digimon Adventure Relive Abridged, which is our last re-release before the premiere of Shippuden.
Jesus.
So on that bombshell, we'll see you guys later. Bye.